I am going to be showing you guys my flawless makeup routine using no foundation. I did this look like the other day and it came out A1. It came out so good, so I was like, I have to record this for you guys. But it's kind of like the same thing of what I normally do when I don't use foundation. It's just with newer products. I invested in some better quality products. I'm just really excited to show you guys how my makeup looks. But yeah, as you guys can tell, my face is pretty much broke out a little bit right in this area where we have to wear a mask. I have like a dark mark and just blemishes. So this is me barefaced. This is how I look with no makeup on. So today I'm just basically showing you guys what I use and how I apply these products on my face when using no foundation. But before we get started, if you guys have not subscribed my channel, then please be sure you are subscribed my channel first. Now let's just go ahead and hop right into this. So first, I like to start off with my brows. Brows are pretty simple, pretty easy, just to get out of the way. Yeah, I like to start off with my brows and I just like to brush them out and then kind of get that shape going. I honestly don't know when the last time I actually showed you guys the actual brow routine, but if you guys want one, then let me know. Yeah, I'll probably link it up above, but if you guys want to see like an updated one, then I can definitely show you guys one. So yeah, now I'm just basically lining up my brows. And clearly, as you guys can tell, I need a brow wax, so don't judge me. Alright, so now that this brow is filled in, I'm just going to go ahead and do the same thing to this brow. So now for concealer, I'm just going to be using the Colourpop Pretty Fresh Concealer in the shade Medium 145, well, Medium Dark 145W. So yeah, I just basically take like whatever is on this applicator. I just take like a flat brush to clean up my brows. And normally I use a lighter concealer, but I'm just going to use this one because it's kind of closer to my skin shade, just to clean up my brows today because I'm doing like a simple type of look. It's not really like a no makeup look, but it's pretty simple. It's like kind of like my everyday look, if you would say, with no foundation. So I'm just basically cleaning up the brows using this concealer. Just going to line up and clean up these brows. So we're done with the brows. Moving on to the primer, I like to use the e.l.f. Putty Primer. This is like one of my favorite primers. I mentioned this primer in one of my few videos. I forgot what video it was. I'll link it up above so you guys can go see. But this is a really nice primer. Really nice for the skin. Really affordable. Primer is really good for combination skin and like oily skin. Yeah, it's gonna go in my mouth. But yeah, it's really good for combination oily skin, and that's something that I love because sometimes my skin get a little too oily, especially in the summertime. Concealers that I'm going to be using is the Colourpop Pretty Fresh Concealer and also the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. And like I said in the beginning, I kind of invested in more better quality makeup, and these are two of them. And I also have a few other products. I didn't go ham with like a lot of different makeup. I kind of re-upped on a little bit of stuff because I was like, it's time to invest. So I use the Pretty Fresh Concealer as like my shade of concealer, and I use this as a brightening concealer. I'm just going to take this concealer and just apply a little bit to my under eyes to kind of correct them a little bit, and then go around my face to kind of give my face my actual skin color, to kind of blend in with my skin, and then correct the areas that I need to correct a little bit on the cheek area. Now I'm just going to blend out this concealer, and as you guys can tell, it's kind of getting rid of that redness that I had on my on my chin. So it kind of blends in really well with my skin. to kind of blend in, to kind of color correct, bring my skin back to life, kind of get rid of those dark marks and the redness that I have on my skin. So I use this one first. So yeah, just use a concealer that's closer to your skin shade, and then go in with brightening if you guys like to brighten your skin. But yeah, I use this kind of like everywhere. I'm just gonna go over it with my Real Technique 204 brush and kind of just make sure everything is like really nice and blended before we move on to the second concealer. And then kind of just blend everything in. Now that our face is finished with the first concealer, as you guys can tell, my skin looks really clear and looks pretty decent. You see no red marks, no dark marks anymore, and kind of just covered up most of my blemishes, which is something I love about this concealer. So now we're just gonna move into the actual concealer part. This is in the shade Tan. So this one is a little bit brighter for my skin, and I love the applicator. I'm like really late to the game with using Shape Tape, but it's okay. But I'm just applying like a little bit under my eyes and down my nose area and on my chin. We're gonna let that dry a little bit just to let it soak into the skin. So I'm actually going to contour. Normally I don't really contour, I just kind of bronze, but when I tell y'all this contour really hit, it hit. So I am basically using the Juvia's Place I Am Magic Concealer in the shade 8. And I'm just gonna apply small little dots like around the perimeter of my forehead and down the sides of my cheekbones. This really like gave me the really nice bronze that I normally am looking for. It kind of like bronzed my face really nicely, and I was like, girl, why don't you ever contour? Like, that is so crazy. But it gave me like that really nice bronze that I like, so that's what like got me into like actually contouring my face. So I'm just gonna leave that like that, and I just contour my face first, and then I go into my nose after I finish my my concealer. We're just gonna let that sit and go back into the face. So I'm just going to blend in my concealers with the sponge. Take my blending brush. Now I'm just gonna take the Real Techniques brush, and I'm just going to blend out the rest of this concealer right up under the eyes. So now we're just gonna go in with the Juvia's Place I Am Magic setting powder, shade Khalari. So I'm just gonna put it right up under my eye and kind of just tap it in to the skin. Tiniest bit, and just go down the nose area. Just set the nose, the chin area. For my laugh lines, I just kind of like smile, because like it already kind of creases, so when you put it in there, it kind of just sets that creasing area. So then I don't smile, then I pat it in. The sponge first and kind of just pat this in and kind of just build up as I go. I'm just kind of blending this in and just kind of blending as I go, because like it kind of just builds up. This concealer is already like pretty much full coverage, so it's really nice for like contouring, or if you just want to kind of conceal by itself, it's really good for that. So I'm just gonna blend this in with a sponge first, and this sponge is dry. So I'm just blending this in. Then I'm gonna go ahead and go into my Real Techniques 426 brush, and this is the angled multitask brush, and kind of just blend that in. And this has no product on it, by the way. It's just like whatever was left when I last did my makeup. But yeah, this has nothing on it. I'm just kind of blending this in though. Going back into this concealer, I'm going to go ahead and contour my nose. Using like the smallest amount because I rarely like contour my nose. So I'm just going to put like a small dot down the sides of my nose. And then one dot right here to kind of like give it that shape. This is It Cosmetics brush, and this is the Real Technique, and this is a 216 all over shadow brush. So I'm just using this as a contour, and I'm just tapping this into my eye area to kind of give it that shape. So yeah, and then I'm kind of just dragging this down. I'm gonna do the same thing to the other side, cause it kind of gives it like that snatch look. So I'm just going to do that. I'm gonna go back into my setting powder, and I'm just going to take a little bit of this setting powder and kind of just go down my nose again to kind of set it into place, and then go on the sides of my nose. Time for bronzer. I'm just gonna go into my NARS palette, and this is another item that I invested in, and this is just the NARS bronzing powder in the shade Casino, and this is what it looks like. So beautiful. Like I said before, I had to invest into more products, more higher quality products and more better quality products to have a better outcome in my makeup. And honestly, for the past few weeks, ever since I bought these, my makeup has been looking really good. And also, when I do decide to use foundation, I bought 2 new foundations. So yeah, I just had to re-up. It was time to just try something different, buy higher, I would say more expensive, but they're not really that expensive, but more higher priced products for a better outcome because they have better quality. Not all higher makeup products have better quality than low end, but you know, you get the gist. Like, you have to invest to get a better outcome in things that you want. So that's just what I did, and honestly, my makeup looks pretty good. Like, it has changed the game. So I'm really happy about that, because it was time to just change, especially with my makeup. Like, I use the same products and I'm used to just using the same thing, so I was like, let me just try something different. I'm really happy about like just really like investing and taking my time out to find new things that will work for my makeup and work for me as a beauty influencer. So yeah, this is basically what I bought like pretty much everything besides a new setting spray, which I actually am trying a new setting spray. But I pretty much bought everything besides like a setting spray and a setting powder. But if you guys have a good setting powder and a really good setting spray that I can use, let me know down in the comment section below, because I would definitely be open to try anything new that will just re-up my makeup game to the max. Because I mean, you have to try new things, you know? Alright, so now I'm just gonna wipe off this powder using my Real Technique 204 brush. And this kind of just gets rid of the excess powder. I have it like all on my lips. Going back into my bronzer, we're gonna bronze the nose really quickly. And I'm not really gonna use a lot, just a little bit. Just gonna bronze it up just a tad. Last time going into the setting powder, I'm just going to kind of lightly swipe at the bottom to kind of give me a little sharpness and to clean up my bronzer a little bit. I'm just gonna wipe it off. For blush, since this has been like my favorite palette ever since I bought it, I am using the Saharan Blush Volume 2 palette by Juvia's Place. And the shade I'm gonna use is this one right here, which is Tayu. I don't know. It just has a really nice color to it. Very pigmented, so use a little bit at a time. Unless you really like to go ham on some blush, then go for it, baby. But I use a little bit at a time, then I kind of just build it up as I go. I think I need to get a new highlighter because this broke like a long time ago, but it's like one of my favorite highlighters because it glows in the sun, give you that nice glow. The Makeup Revolution strobe highlighter, and it broke, so yeah. For everyone who is wondering how I get my skin to glow in pictures, what I use, first of all, I have that melanin But 2, this highlighter literally comes through in the sun when I be taking my pictures. So go get you some. And if you can't, then shoot, I'll put y'all on with something else when I find something else. But I just use a little bit of this because it literally like glows. But a little bit goes a long way with this highlighter. So moving on to the lips, I am using the NYX products, and this is their matte lip liner in the shade Cold Brew. Alright, so fun fact, I just put up a mini tutorial on my channel with me using these products for my little lip routine or whatever on my Instagram, and you guys really showed me a lot of love on that, so thank you. But yeah, I was kind of skeptical to post that because people would be like, I want to see your lips. But yeah, I got really good feedback on that little mini tutorial. And if you guys haven't seen it or haven't showed it any love, then make sure you guys go to my Instagram and go show it some love at JaMya Najai. That's pretty much it for the face, but I'm just gonna set my face with some spray. I'm just gonna set my face with this Morphe luminous setting spray, and I really do like this though. It gives me a nice little glow. But as for the matte one, I'm not really feeling the Morphe matte one. I like the luminous one better than the matte. And I also like the continuous setting mist. Those two are my favorite. This one and the continuous setting mist. Those are my favorite. But right now I'm just gonna set my face with this luminous setting spray. So yeah, this is my face. This is what the face looks like. Pretty good, you know. Okay, moving on to lashes. I used these like 3 times already, so they done been through it. But these are the House of Lashes, and these are the iconic light lashes. But yeah, these are what they look like. They're pretty simple, really nice lashes. I've actually never tried House of Lashes until I bought these. My lashes off camera, and I also put on some brow gel, and this is the Morphe translucent brow gel, and just kind of like define my brows a little bit. But this is basically it for my look. This is what my makeup looks like. Really cute, really put together. And also, let me show you one thing. So as you guys can tell, I have no laugh lines showing like at all. So normally like my laugh lines will go ahead and start showing like before I'm even finished doing my makeup. But now that I tried that little new method of me baking with my like smile lines, you know, it has really helped out a lot. It's basically what I do now for when I want this same flawless beat but using no foundation. So if you guys enjoyed this video, then make sure you guys give me a big thumbs up. Comment down below for more makeup tutorials, and also let me know down below what is your favorite concealer you like to use. Let me know your tips on your no foundation and makeup routine. If you guys have stayed all the way to the end, you have not subscribed already, then please be sure you are subscribed to my channel. Thank you guys so much for all your love and support, and thank you guys most importantly for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.
Ryan Little.